listeners and viewers, thank you for tuning in. I'm Grace Ovba, your host for Rising Above Shadows of Abuse. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Reverend Deb Hansen. Have you acted as a kind of mediator or translator, not just of words, but of worldviews? How did you manage this?
Yeah, I mentioned the stories. Listening is so important to really, I think where I have gone wrong in the past is I call it playing a game of who gets to be right. There is so much emphasis in the North right now on debate, in argument, in intellect, and not really opening our hearts to each other and saying, we all have wisdom to share, that it's not just a one-way street. And that's the beauty of it. So what I want to have right now are conversations, not debates and arguments that go nowhere.
Conversations from people who have been displaced, or conversations from all the parties involved?
Conversations in any venue at any time. Building relationships of trust across difference, I think, is really essential. Not who gets to be one up and one down, to say every perspective, something to teach. Every life experience has something to teach. And all of these cultures and languages and worldviews are part of my heritage, and yours is being a member of the human family.
So in a nutshell, we should be considerate of each other as humans.
It's pretty simple, but not always easy. To be considerate, to be respectful, to listen well, to not have all the answers.
Hopefully in the nearest future, we might, like you said, not necessarily have all the answers, but at least we're working towards getting the answers.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like I have been very conditioned by a way of life in a culture that makes humility, for me, allowing others to teach me. So that requires vulnerability, because to not know in a culture that insists on the fix and insists on the answers, I'd like us just to pause and say the old order is falling away, and we don't know what the new order is going to look like. But one thing for sure is to go where life calls us, to go where humanity and vitality and aliveness in relationship, and allow these old structures, ways of thought, ways of being, worldview to fall away. You know, that's life. I don't know if you have read Octavia Butler. She's quite popular in the US. And she wrote a book called The Parable of the Sower, which is remarkable because it was written some time ago and really seems to describe the times that we're living in to a T. And one of the things she says is, all that you touch, you change. And all that you change changes you. So that's a dialogue of give and take, of building trust and respect.
That's quite profound.
Yeah, I love it. It's a really incredible book. It's been a few years since I've read it, and it really touched me deeply.
Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.